Overstock.com has given Bitcoin a big endorsement. It is the first major online retailer to accept the controversial digital currency. Overstock isn't keeping the currency. It immediately trades it back to dollars. CEO Patrick Byrne joins me now from Salt Lake City. Wonderful to see you this evening. Thank you so much for being with us. Tell me what's behind this.
Nice to see you.
Same here. Is this a publicity stunt, or are you a true believer in Bitcoin?
Oh, I'm a true believer. I come from Austrian economics by background, which we're the guys who like gold or gold-based money. We don't like fiat currency. Love Bitcoin. It's like digital gold. It has all the a lot of the advantages of gold. Not at all a publicity stunt. We want to tap in first to that market of consumers who we know are really committed to Bitcoin.
Now, you're accepting Bitcoin, but you're not holding it, as we mentioned in the lead to you. You're immediately transferring it into dollars, so you're not actually taking the risk. Are you concerned about Coinbase, the payment company is? Are you concerned about the volatility we've seen? Does it worry you at all?
Well, it really doesn't, because we're always hedging out of the risk, either through Coinbase, who's been our partner, or if a thick derivatives market develops in dollar Bitcoin, we'll enter that. There'd be no reason for us to hold it unless we can start paying our suppliers in it. And so it's kind of a chicken and egg problem. We'll start off not holding it, we're accepting it, and then the day may come when some suppliers let us pay them in it, and at that point we'll start holding more of it and converting less of it, and it should spin up.
Do you expect other retailers to follow your lead?
You sound doubtful, Maggie. Yes, I actually think that this forces the hand of Amazon and some other big players. They have to follow suit. You will see them follow suit. I'll be stunned if you don't, because they can't just cede that part of the market to us. If we're the only main large retail site taking Bitcoin, either they have to start taking it or they're just giving away a piece of the market. And that piece of the market is growing at, I think, about a rate of 30% per month. It's still tiny. It's 20 bips or 30 bips. It's some tiny fraction of a percent, but it's growing quickly.
Patrick, you're right. I am a little skeptical. I understand why people like the idea. I'm a little skeptical about this ability of Bitcoin to go mass market because it's so confusing how you get it. People go to the bank, they get a credit card, people sort of understand, and the sort of barrier to access for that is pretty low for the most part in most parts of the world. Bitcoin, however, it's complicated. You have to mine it. That seems to me to sort of keep it as a very niche commodity among a very well-educated sort of technology group. What makes you think it's going to go mass market? How do you overcome that hurdle?
Well, Maggie, I would respectfully disagree. I would suggest your readers go to one of three sites: Coinapult, BitPay, or Coinbase, which is the one that we went through. It takes you about a minute to open a wallet and connect it to your credit card or your bank account. And then from then on, when you shop online, you don't have to enter your details in a bunch of different sites. It's secure in that sense. So you just go to one of those: Coinbase, BitPay, or Coinapult, and it'll take you a minute to get an account. Yeah,
the sort of middlemen are starting to enter now, and that could be a game changer, certainly, and make it a little bit more accessible. The sort of regulators, we're going to be speaking to one in just a moment, are concerned about transparency, concerned about some of the clientele that may be using it, about recourse for individual investors, about people cornering the market, just to name a few of the concerns. Do any of those things worry you? Are you worried about your ability, if there's a problem, to go to the authorities for some sort of recourse?
No, we don't think so. It's so secure, and its fundamental design is so secure and avoids central institutions that can be corrupted. So I know it came out of the world of Silk Road and out of the world of arms bazaars and drug dealing and stuff online, but so the dollar is used for funding terrorism and drug deal. They use the dollar too. So there's nothing inherently seedy about Bitcoin. In fact, it has some real advantages as the digital currency. And I think just by nature it will emerge, and the government will hate it. The government likes its monopoly on money, central planning our money supply. So they're going to hate it, but it's going to be hard to see how they're going to stop it.
And last question, Patrick, what kind of response have you seen? Have you had a lot of people buying things in Bitcoin? What kind of traction so far?
Enormous. It seems that it's gone out over the whole Bitcoin community to go and buy at Overstock so as to so as to show their support or something. We had about $100,000 last night in the hours after the announcement. So just $100,000 like that from Bitcoin people all over the country.